What is going on, everybody? As you can see, we are back on it. Berserk. And no, that's not a fraudulent slip. I say that all the time with all my other reactions. Berserk manga. Berserk manga. Chapter 377. Came out of nowhere for me, at least. You guys might follow certain things on Twitter or YouTube that maybe broke this news a couple months ago. But I think up to, what was it? 2 weeks ago, somebody had DM'd me something that, holy shit, we've got, 2 Berserk chapters here, this post here that I shared. One today, well, yesterday by the time you guys see this. And then we're getting another one on November 8th, which I think is 2 weeks from now, 378. I'm assuming that's going to be it for the year. I went back and looked at the website that I use at least. It looks like with this one and the next one, there'll be 4 chapters that we got on the year. And then I think last year as well, we got 4 chapters as well. So it's something. I mean, it's not what I prefer. It's not what I like. I feel like I wouldn't rather the Hunter x Hunter droughts. That's for sure. But I do kind of like I've got a batch of 10 chapters. I'm going to bang them out 10 weeks or maybe 15 weeks in a row. Maybe take a couple months off. Bang out another, batch of 10. But let's not get started on Hunter x Hunter and how that could just disappear at years at a time at any moment. So I don't know. Again, you guys might have more inside information than me as far as what's their plan here. Because again, to me, Berserk manga has been the best manga that I've consumed up until this point. Over Vagabond, over the early start of Tokyo Ghoul, over Hunter x Hunter, over all of it. Honestly, it's probably one of my favorite. Just what genre do we put this in? Like, if I wanted to include anime and manga under the same umbrella, what word would I use to describe that? I don't know. My favorite Japanese adaptation? I don't know. But it's up there. Like, if we're ranking animes and manga, like, it's up there with Attack on Titan for me, with Death Note for me, with a couple other things. But as great as it is unfinished, and it is kind of hard to, I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's kind of hard to stay engaged. It's kind of hard to stay hype when you get a chapter every 5 months, And so I say that to say you guys might have more information. Is there any news on a roadmap as far as here's what we're planning for next year? How many chapters may be left to complete the entire story? Do they have a path of an end date? Is there anything out there circulating in the Berserk manga news world? Or is this just what it is? Hey, randomly every couple months, we got a couple chapters coming out next week, enjoy, and then just ghost. Hey, we got another batch coming out of 2 or 3 chapters here, enjoy, and then just gone? Or do we have some type of substance of here's the plan, here's how many chapters, could be wrapped up by XYZ, here's what we're planning, here's what we're expecting, or are we just kind of hanging out, just getting what we can get? But again, it really is dependent upon when you consume something. Because I had a lot of friends IRL that had started Attack on Titan way before I did. And they would make comments all the time of yeah, Attack on Titan would have been my greatest anime of all time, greatest manga, or greatest anime, I'm assuming, because I don't know if the manga ever took breaks, but how the anime just disappeared, off the map for years upon years, and they're saying it killed it being their favorite anime of all time with that long break. Which is granted, but that's when you consumed it. If someone consumed Attack on Titan today and has never seen it or heard of it, they have no breaks. There's no short hiatuses or anything they have to worry about. They can just binge it straight through. So again, when you consume something, could very well, shape your opinion on it. So again, it's still great to me, but man, it does lose kind of the hype of just not getting the content. And I'd say the same for Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, we're hype about it right now, but if he disappears for another year and a half, it's okay, here we go again. And you get how it is. So yeah, if there's any news, let me know. I'm just excited to have Berserk content. The last chapter or two, we lost Casca. Griffith has her in his possession. Rickert has saved us, perhaps, with his Kushan army and Daiba leading that whole, I don't know, last free city, if you want to call it that, not under Griffith's rule. Now it's in my opinion, it's only a matter of time until they get probably overrun by Griffith or until he makes a move on them. But Guts' mental is completely shattered. He lost Casca. There was nothing he could do to save her. He tried and was unsuccessful. She's gone and he's completely just mentally broken. They have him not captured, they have him locked up at the moment. They consider him a possible threat. Shirka is also in some kind of like spiritual astral plane in his mind, coma at the same time. And then I don't know if it was last chapter or the chapter before that we got, Casca is, trying to figure out what's going on. She's in his captive, but she's like being treated, like she's royal. I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts with that, but that's kind of the setting the scene of where we're at. So I have no idea how many pages we're getting. I do like the fact that we have another one coming up in a couple weeks, so that'll be cool. Again, I'm just here for Berserk content, so if you're only here for Berserk content and you haven't been here since the last chapter, I appreciate you stopping on by. Hopefully we can enjoy this together and see what we got. Let me drag this over here. I don't think I have to put a filter up on this. If you guys do end up seeing a filter, just know that it got copyrighted. And I had to put something up on the image, but I don't think I had to do that last time. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and press play on this so we're not just talking into the silent abyss. Let's go over here and turn this down. Let's wet the whistle one time. Make sure we are recording. All right, here we go. Let's enjoy it while we can. Berserk chapter 377. See what we've got here. We are recording? Okay. I'm trying to read all of it. #1 fantasy comic, Berserk, bop bop bop. Episode 377, Snake in One's Bosom. What the heck are those? Have they never seen elephants before? All the shit we've seen, we've never seen an elephant? No possessed elephant, no nothing? Ah, and that's right, we've got all these useless witches who can't do shit. Don't even get me started on how useless, what was her name? Dadan, or the ultra super instinct elf that did nothing? And then also, are their powers connected to the island? Like, because they could fly and cast spells and shit before. Can they do any of that now? Or is it solely dependent on the island? Now, I'm pretty sure they could learn. No? Maybe not learn the witchcraft, if you want to call it that they knew. But can't Daiba teach them the ways of things that he does? Because he's doing some shit too that doesn't require that island being there, so who knows? There are demons walking around. That's dangerous. Those are elephants. They're docile, strong, and dependable creatures. Please observe. Our common sense doesn't apply here. The Kushan live in a completely different world. Apart from skin and language, we're still human beings at heart, comrades. Is that the case? But there are no spirits. Everyone, we are outsiders to Kushan people, but we have been allowed to settle our roots in this land. However, we are those who aspire to the way of sorcery. Newer, forget. Is that supposed to say never forget? Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to say never forget the elf island lives and breathes on in our hearts. But do you have access to any of your abilities or powers? Because this is an army here, low-key. Like, you see all y'all, if Daiba is able to tap into what they can and can't do, like, you've got some magic users here. Like, if we go apostle for apostle, they might be able to, I don't know, because I do like Girl's character here, the, like, semi-bitchy one. I'd hate for them to just be kind of like written off to the side just because they're unable to use abilities anymore. Because if they can't, they're just children. Straight up just children. I don't know, because Shirka uses abilities without needing to tap into the island's ability, right? So maybe she could. We'll see. Mr. Rickert, I would like to thank you again for taking us, who had lost our roots. Oh no, I didn't do anything. We who have lived as magicians in the land of the astral world for so long have become far too detached from this world. I don't know what we would be doing right now if it weren't for you. Yet another lecture. Now, Morta, where are you off to? Oh, okay. So clearly she still has ability because the bitch just took flight. So Morta's her name. I kind of like do and I don't like her character. I don't see her doing anything malicious. She does have a mouth, but I kind of want to see her pop off if the story ever allows it to. I am worried about teacher. Everyone, you will come with me. Yes, Lady Farnese. We're going to check up on Shirka. Sir Rickert, take care of Sir Magnifico. We will return to the palace ahead. I'm really liking the artwork in this chapter. I've read so many different other manga since the last time. I've gone back into Hunter x Hunter. Have I completed Vagabond since the last Hunter x Hunter since the last Berserk chapter? That can't be right. But I've read Vagabond, Tokyo Ghoul, Hunter x Hunter. And it's so interesting how like it's all black and white, right? For all of them. But you can distinctively tell the different styles. That's very interesting. But this doesn't remind me of any of the other three at all. It's its own thing. Attack the Falcon of Light? Too early? Oh, they're having a meeting. I was about to say, we're not just going to do this. The battle is about to break out. No one can go against the tide. I'm sure everyone will be swallowed up. Guts. Oh man, I thought the chapter was almost over. Luckily my scroll wheel isn't even halfway, so we're looking good. Behold the present great Kushan Emperor in his parade. He is also the chairman of the current Kurultail. I mean, this isn't the same Demon King boy, so who is this? Have we seen who this new emperor is? What is this Kurultail? Kurutai, I must ask. It's no wonder you don't know. It's the name of the highest summit that is held in secret in our Kushan Empire. Kushan is a vast multicultural nation comprising a multitude of races. The heads of the various clans will meet and decide on policies for the country as a whole based on their views. Yeah, so we haven't seen this guy. But so where was this guy sitting all this time when Demon King Lord Boy was running over his shit? Is this just someone they anointed? Because I'm assuming he wasn't like looking to anybody for any advice or any help or even wanting anybody that could rise up and be a threat. Where were all of them at all that time? I see. So a military summit in preparation for war? Yes, the consensus is that Ganishka lost because he neglected... Did he though? I think he just lost because it was destined to be. Because he neglected the Kurutai with his dictatorship, so we cannot make the same mistake again. Salat, there is one thing on my mind. You Kushan lost your previous great emperor, and shortly after you also faced the disaster of the world caused by the great wave of the astral world. Despite that, to my eyes, the people, the land, the military, the law, everything appears to be at peace. Could you explain it? Where exactly does your strength originate from? And Daiba comes up. It's time. Since ancient... I was about to say, they're kind of sitting pretty right now. Like, really good. Now, as fate has it, I'm sure they're not going to be able to stay like this. I think because Griffith will end up coming out there to them. I hope it wouldn't be because they go to him because they feel like they need to, but I don't think it'll stay like this forever. Since ancient times, we have lived through the upheavals of our leaders being overthrown in ugly disputes. We have continued to walk on a long and thick history of wars. Now the difference is the number of piled up corpses. Not one of us would kneel to those evil man-eating demons. That's the answer. That's right, the Kushans have long been and still are a formidable adversary in our world. They all show battle experience. All by myself in the middle of enemy lines. My innards grow cold. But isn't there current Kushan? Yeah, there is, because didn't we find Daiba in the, perfect city? There's Kushan there. So why do they choose? Or maybe, did they all leave? I actually don't remember. I'm trying to think. I know Daiba left, but did we take the rest of the Kushan with us? Or was it just Rickard and a couple others and we got out? I don't remember. I'd have to go back. Salat, what should I do? You're the only one who knows what's going on in the West, and you're royalty. You have the right to a say. I don't want to pressure you, but I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on how to bring down the Falcon of Light. That's a lot of pressure. I understand. The fellow men of the Kushan have gathered. I hope this occasion will be as glorious opportunity for us all. Thus, the meeting shall begin. Young man, I happened to overhear. I have a bad feeling about this meeting. It will not end amicably. No shit. I could have told you that. That suits me well. Before that, my new great emperor, I have something to say if you don't mind. Head of the northern clan, I'll permit you to speak. Looking back, it would not have been possible in the time of our previous emperor for the heads of all of our clans to gather together in one place. Yeah, it's because Ganishka was that shit. I actually miss this character, I'm not gonna lie. This will be a historic meeting. Still, despite that, I'm sensing some unworthy company lurking about this hallowed ground. And he points at us? Okay. Just trying to start shit. Don't you think so, young head of the Bakiraka? Bakiraka, were you aware? Assassins for a living? I thought they were yeah, everyone's freaking out. Exclude. Everybody relax. They should be excluded. Right, we should get rid of them right now. How do we go from this glorious speech of like the Kushan are strong, we don't falter, we do this, and what the current state of the world has become? And we're still having this like class system of like, you don't belong, can't be here, exclude. The priorities are just, they're just all over the place. Heads, please hold your decision. I ask you, why have we gathered here? Is it to argue over trivial matters? No, it is not. Is it to decide the future of the Kushan? Somebody's speaking. Blaming and denouncing is a futile dispute. It is only a hindrance to the discussion. Don't you think so, head of the Northern Clan? Silence, as one would expect. The general's reasoning is sound. This is right, we have always been divided, but now it is time for us to unite, to bring down the demons of Fantasia, and by extension, the Falcon of Light. Yeah, that right there is what we're here for. Out there's shit going on. There's demons, the last free city of Fantasia, whatever you want to label it as, and the Falcon of Light, literally Destiny himself almost. And I don't even know if it's in Destiny's cards for them to even be able to do something about it. But if there's a chance that fate hasn't already been decided, it's going to take like a massive combined effort. Will they be able to do that? Head of the Northern Clan, please refrain from making any comments that might delay the discussion. And the men of Bakiraka, you may remain here. There is no need for you to leave. But alas, the dignity of Kushans has been shattered by the negligence of Ganishka. There is only one thing we can do against the monsters and demons. We must unite our military might and use it against them. That being said, we have been outsiders for so long that we know nothing of the circumstances that lead to the present. So he just Ganishka didn't even have these guys like included. I was thinking he was like wiping them out or like looking for no threats. Like they were just like left to the outskirts. Like we don't include you. And clearly he had enough forces. I mean, good God. Could you imagine if he had included them as well? Wizard General Daiba, will you tell us how this all came to be? Well then, may my old bones speak for a moment? What in the... is it? Oh, dang. I was kind of ready for like a quick little synopsis, a little recap. Got off-screened. We got 8 dots explaining the recap of everything. What in the... is that really the truth, Daiba? Total destruction by the terrible Emperor? Falcon of Light in Falconia, the world, Twin Tree, but those branches in the sky, every last one of them. That Daiba, what an imprudent guy. Daka in a demon womb, hiding your inhuman and heinous deeds from us. Okay, everybody needs to relax. If so, alright. Oh, I thought he was going to go for someone's throat right there. He just jumped up on the table, right? What are you trying, head of the Bakiraka? I would like to make a direct and simple request. I thought he was going for someone's throat there for a second. Alright, what's the request? Let's hear it. To defeat the Falcon of Light, this Salat asks for you to grant me the rank of a general and the right to command the entire Kushan army. I'm gonna let you know right now, bucko. Even if that probably is the correct decision, which should be made. Did you not see how they were barking literally 5 minutes ago? We needed to let that marinate for a minute. Show them that we're a little bit better than what they think, and then maybe proceed with that. But also we're pressed for time, but if he thinks this is going to go anywhere, I'll be shocked. There will be no tomorrow for us without the downfall of the true evil, the Falcon of Light. We, who are well versed in military and magic arts, will be able to stand up to them, I humbly request. Why are we still even... I guess they have no idea what's going on. They have no idea the current... Where have they been? Has it not been reaching them? The astral shift, the planes coming together, the demons just rampant through the world. Are they not currently up to date with what is happening out there? Because how do we even have time to like raise somebody up to be, okay, here's the next leader of the Kushan and here's how he's going to be. We don't have time for any of this politicalness, class system, hierarchy. Shit is, it's hell on earth right now. And we're over, who knows? Who knows? Do not be deceived, people. These guys have been extremely suspicious for a while now. They intend to trick us with their sophistry. You too, my great emperor, don't lend your ear to them, or are you planning to become their puppet? That's an insult. Yes, you have said too much, head of the North Clan. This North Clan boy has really got some words to say. Insult. Oh God, how did those form? Oh. Oh. Is somebody doing that to him? Or is this bitch boy the snake in the whatever the title was? Have you low-key already interacted with Griffith and the others, sir? What's going on there? What is going on there? Of course, now the chapter's about to end. Damn it. Someone handle him. Oh, he's turning, bro. There's a werewolf. The full moon's out. That man seems this evil prana impossible. Oh no, get away from him. What is he, just set to explode? What's happening here? Well, honestly, this is a good little example. Kind of like Game of Thrones. Spoilers, if you haven't seen Game of Thrones. Spoilers. When we're trying to convince the people of Westeros to fight against the White Walkers. No one's gonna believe that demon shit until we bring a zombie to them and show it. Now, this is a little bit different because I don't understand how you couldn't know what's going on in the world right now. But if you see some shit like this, maybe we'll all start to think a little bit differently. Is he just... And we cut from that. Is he just exploding? Or is he turning? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Shirka. Did you just sense the disturbance of odd? OD? Yeah, we did. Lady Farnese, where are you going? She's going to that. Look at the sky. I'll have to make sure of it quickly. What'd she say? Oh, she's the one that said that. I thought... Wait, who said that? Either way, she's going to check on... This is a cool looking panel here. Is it... Oh, shit. This is the only shot of him we're about to get. That sigil is, that mark, the protective spell is, like you're bleeding a little bit there, buddy. What am I looking at right here? What is that? Is that someone's heart encased, or is this... Oh, shit. Wait, where have you been? Exiled intrudes the beginning of a trip. He was inside of him. Oh, nobody didn't seem to do it, so I did it. You can find me in the other trans... Wow, 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 wow. What? So the... Doesn't he have, like, rooted connections to the Kushan and everything? This apostle? So he infiltrated someone's body. And he's just gonna pop out and go crazy. What's, I'm assuming this is just the face forming. But what's this crazy piece of shit thinking about? I mean, the man is on screen for half of a panel. Says no words. Gets that surge, that like demon apostle surge itch on the back of the neck, and just has the best panel in the entire thing, so that's pretty great. So they're trying to figure it out, which you would assume so. I feel like what we got here is kind of like very common in some storytelling when there's always like a bigger power or otherworldly threat, and there's only kind of like one faction that has ever really dealt with it or experienced it. But that faction or those group of people aren't the ones that call the shots for, like, they're not even respected amongst the other, I guess, high rollers. But they're trying to explain and let you know what the threat is, but nobody respects you to begin with, so why would they listen to you? So you need whoever the head of this entire decision-making process is to side with you or to believe. And maybe this, I mean, not maybe, who's ever left here, however many people this apostle wipes out right now, hopefully will... Everybody will realize the seriousness of the situation and what is actually happening and the type of enemies we're facing. We handle it, put them down, and start making some actual decisions here. Now, they've got Guts locked up in the basement somewhere. We know he's not mentally locked in. I'm assuming he's not going to be the one that deals with this. I'm assuming the other ones in the room will be. I would like to think that Daiba should be able to handle this with the help of the Bakiraki and a couple of the others. But how many casualties will be sustained and everything that comes with that, we'll see how it plays out. Aside from that, though, great stuff. I'd be really tight with that ending right there if I knew, because I had the full revelation moment there of no shot you've been gone for X amount of months and you're gonna cliffhang / leave us like that. But as I was reading, I was like, oh shit, they're coming back in 2 weeks. So I calmed back down again. So I'm glad that we are getting another chapter in 2 weeks. I'm curious. I felt like that was a pretty good. I like the length of that chapter right there. I don't know exactly how many pages there, but that was some good. It was honestly a lot of text and dialogue, to be honest. No action at all, other than a couple still shots. But that was good. I enjoyed it. I feel like that was a good like, okay, palate cleanser. We're back in it. Berserk, here we go. Talking about Falcone and everything, setting the stage. And then if we could see some Apostle action, Daiba going a little bit, maybe Guts breaks out, something, Guts speaking to Shirka in the Astral, trying to figure it out, then we like get the full Berserk experience before they probably dip on us for another 4 to 8 months. But we'll take what we can get. Again, enjoy Berserk that much, so anything we'll take. Wish it was consistently being put out. I keep getting recommended these manga that don't have endings or are on hide, and it's just the worst, but we'll take what we can get. Excited for the Berserk content, and we'll leave it there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,